Hello, my name is Scott Wagnon. I'm a physician associate at the Community Health Centers of Lane County in Springfield, Oregon. I want to welcome you to the Live Lifestyle Medicine website. So let me share my screen here and pull up the website. And here we go. All right, so we are on the home page for the Live Lifestyle Medicine website, and it's livelifestylemedicine.com. And I'm going to go through the home page and each of these tabs here. All right, so coming down, the first thing I want to mention is the subscribe for updates and newsletters. So if you click here, you'll enter your email and your full name and your email address. And what you'll receive is a welcome newsletter, and it talks about it here. And then every Sunday morning, you'll receive a newsletter update, as well as a monthly newsletter at the beginning of towards the beginning of each month. And so I'm putting this attention here because it's a MailChimp account, and so sometimes it'll go to your junk file. So once you sign up for the update newsletter, you'll get the welcome newsletter and then the Sunday morning one, and then once a month, you'll get the other newsletter. And so I really recommend, if you're new to this website and you want to know what's going on with the Live Lifestyle Medicine program, that you subscribe to that, so you'll always know what's going on, the classes that are coming up, all the free community events that we have going on. To just the best way to kind of keep up to date with what's going on and everything around the program. So here on the homepage, besides that, we actually, here's the classes. So we have free online and in-person classes in the community. And there's a class going on right now, and you can click here for the class flyer. That's here. And the Tuesday night classes that are in person, they're also online, and they start at 7 p.m., the online class, and you can just click right here on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. and join the class over Zoom. So the link is right here in this spot here. And then here's more information about the in-person classes on Tuesdays. It's located at the First Christian Church of Springfield. And the class itself starts at 7 p.m., but just recently we started doing at 6:30, between 6:30 and 7. We're meeting there early because we have some free food samples, plant-based food samples. And we have a lending library there and some social time. And so it's great. So come early at 6:30, and then class starts at 7. And this is information about the location and the church itself, where we do our classes for free. No sign up is needed. And then also online every Thursday from 5 to 6 p.m., there's a smaller group open forum session that's online. You just click here and it takes you to the link for Zoom for that. Also want to mention that we have we've joined with Walk with the Doc. It's a program. We have walks every Saturday morning at 9 o'clock, and you can click here for the Walk with the Doc website and the specific event flyer for our particular event every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. You can click here and get information about that. So check that out. We also have a Facebook group you can join for Live Lifestyle Medicine. We also have a book club every month, and you can click here and sign up to be on the notification list for the book club. That's every month, and which books are being read and at the time and everything like that. And this website tutorial we're watching right now is actually always lives right here. I try to keep one updated every 6 months or so, or when there's a lot of changes to the website, so that you'll have the most up-to-date review of this website. Next tab down here, we have the recording of the classes. So every online Tuesday night class specifically, we do record them and we post them to the website. So if you couldn't attend in person or you couldn't attend online any particular Tuesday evening, you can actually watch the recording of the class at your convenience here. Next tab down is our nonprofit. So the Eugene Plant-Based Providers is a 501c3 nonprofit. And this nonprofit actually supports the Live Lifestyle Medicine program. And we do take donations, tax-deductible donations. You can click here to see your donation options. So we appreciate that. And then at the bottom of the homepage here, there's actually also a class schedule, because not only you'll get the class schedule through the newsletter that you subscribe to, And you can, as I showed earlier, you could up on the further up the homepage, you can see the date and time of the when the classes are and everything. But this is actual class calendar, which has some extra classes in it. Besides the Tuesday night classes, we also have classes in the afternoons on Wednesdays at Natural Grocers in Eugene. Dr. Charlie Ross teaches those. And then Thursday afternoon, we have two additional class sessions. At the Springfield Seventh-day Adventist Church from 1 to 2:30 on Thursdays, and then also on Thursday afternoon from 3 to 4:30 at the Riverbend Annex. And this is supported or sponsored by Peace Health Riverbend. They advertise the classes there, and we do a class there as well. And then here's also the online open forum, which I talked about earlier. That's the where you can do online, smaller group online. And not only can you see the actual schedule here, but if you click on this, it'll actually show you more information about the class, and it has the link to the Zoom that you can access there, as well as further up here on the homepage. So that's basically the homepage. I wanted to go over that with you, and then let's go over some of these other tabs here. Next is local plant forward practitioners. So these are some supporters of our group or partners of ours, and you can check out their websites here for a dietitian, a plant-based pediatrician, another physician that is board certified in lifestyle medicine who does primary care as well as health coaching and lifestyle medicine specifically. So you can check them out here. And next is the monthly newsletters. So the newsletter that I mentioned goes out every month towards the beginning of the month. Over the newsletter, if you subscribe, you can actually read the past newsletters here, that they're all archived here. So we started doing those again back in October last year, and here's where the actual archives of the newsletters will live, so you can read those, check those out. Then we have a community partners page, and we have a couple of partners here. Eugene Veggies is a group here locally, and we partner with them in the summer to do a picnic, plant-based picnic every year. And they're just also another organization that you can join, and they have their own community events and things that you can do. And then we've also partnered with Acorn Community Cafe. So they're a local restaurant here in town in Eugene, and they serve only plant-based dishes. And so they're really great, really delicious food. So you can check them out. Next is the About Us section. And this is where our profiles are for some of us in the organization that are the most active teaching classes and hosting some of the other community events. So here's a list of us with the profile you can take a look at, and we'll be adding to that over time. So you can check that out. And just to mention it here, it says the online classes, in-person classes, community activities. Some of the other community activities we do besides the walk with the doc I mentioned, we do cooking demonstrations, cooking classes, we do grocery store, dietitian-led grocery store tours, we do movie nights. So we have other community events that we do, and you can always you'll always know when those are coming when you subscribe to the newsletter and read that weekly newsletter. I just wanted to mention that. And then on the upcoming events tab, we have actually some of the information about those other classes I was telling you about that are on Wednesdays and Thursdays. We also do some other talks in other locations in the community. So here's the Natural Grocers one. Here's the Seventh-day Adventist Church classes. We also do, here's the Riverbend Annex. And then we also do, usually about monthly, we do talks at the Campbell Community Center, also at Willamette Lane. Here's the advertisement for the Eugene Vegan Fest, which we just had the second annual one this past May. The third one will be coming up next May. So always have some of those kind of activities here. We also do a cooking class. This actually is not free. This actually costs money. I think it's about $20 a class, and you get free dinner out of it. And between each 13-week class cycle that we have on Tuesday nights, we do a 4-week cooking class, and it's led by Tamara Wilhite. She's a Food for Life instructor. And So the class flyers here. So this is the flyer of the last class that happened, but just keep an eye out here, as well as the newsletter for when the next cooking class will be coming up, which will be actually at the end of this. We're just starting week 2 of our 13-week session. So sometime in late September, the next cooking class will be happening. And so that is upcoming events. Now let's go to class archives. So as I showed you on the home page, we have the classes recorded. So if you want to go back to further back in the classes, you can check that out here. So complete class archives, including the most recent classes, click here. And then it says, to see the most recent recorded classes, click the link below, then click on videos. And this will take you to our YouTube channel. So if you click this and then go to videos, let me click that. And then it'll take you to the home page and then click videos, as it mentioned. And now what it's going to show you is the classes in reverse order. So the most recent class and then in reverse order. And so you can go back and start watching some of the classes that sound interesting to you, and they're all archived there. So let me go out of this and go back to the home page. Okay, so that's class archives. And then we're going to be spending some time on the resources page. This is where a lot of information is. We're learning resources. So here's the resources page. I'm not going to click on each of these because that would take a long time, but I just want to kind of give you an overview of what is available here. So there's a ton of stuff in the handouts from classes here, and they're just things that go along with a lot of the different class topics, and I encourage you to go through that. Lots of information. The helpful apps to download is Dr. Greger's Daily Dozen, which you can get for iPhone or Android. And that's free, so check that out. Then we have links to books and cookbooks here, and we don't have any financial ties to any of this stuff. It's just information that we use ourselves or we find very helpful. It's been helpful for people that attend the classes over the years. So check those out. Links to websites with recipes and meal plans, check those out. There's actually a free plant-based cooking class you can take online through, it's called Switch, and information about it there. We have some printable class flyers. So if you want to kind of spread this message to friends and family, or anyone that you want to, you can actually click these flyers and print, and they're PDFs, and you can print them out and distribute them or send them electronically, whatever you'd like to do. So this is the online class flyer for Tuesday nights. And then this is the actual printable flyer for just the overall Live Lifestyle Medicine program. So you can check that out. Whole Communities is another organization that does online education and has an interactive forum you can join if you want more support. There's an article here for plant-based meals while traveling. Some other resources, Dr. McDougall's color picture book, handout on plant-based meat alternatives, a PowerPoint presentation on the plant-based quick start guide through the Plantrition project, which is very informative, so check that out. There's an article here about the benefits of a more plant-based diet for the environment. This free diabetes education program, this is through the Physicians Committee of Responsible Medicine, and it's a whole online diabetes specific education class that you can take. Sean Egglestone, he's a dietitian, it's part of our group, and he has a YouTube channel with lots of great education on it if you're interested in that. Here's additional resources also through Plantrition Project. It's called Plantrition Providers, and there's a lot of online education here. It is somewhat geared towards medical providers, but you might find it interesting to take some of that education there. And then I have some Spanish resources here. So if anyone's watching this tutorial and they prefer Spanish, there's the Dr. McDougall color picture book that's in Spanish, Dr. Greger's nutritionfacts.org, evidence-based eating guide in Spanish. This is a video. This is actually a website with all kinds of educational videos, all in Spanish. And then this is another, plant-based action guide, all in Spanish. And then we have, if any of you are looking for plant-based or lifestyle medicine providers, here's Dr. Joe Sage again. I showed him to you on the up at the top here under the community partner, or actually the local plant forward practitioners. So he was there. And then lifestyle telemedicine is a group where it costs money, but you can sign up to see one of the lifestyle medicine providers online over telehealth. And then there's these search engines. The American College of Lifestyle Medicine has a provider search, and the Plantrician provider search. I'm on both of these search engines for plant-based providers. And then we have some podcasts here that you might be interested in. I won't read through all of those, but links to some interesting podcasts. So that's the resources section. Then we have a recipes section. We don't have a lot of recipes on here because there's a lot of websites and cookbooks and resources you can get on different websites for lots of recipes. But we have some on here, and there's some other interesting ones you might take a look at. Holiday meal planning with recipes. Quick reference guide for cooking whole grains, cooking tips and tricks by Mary McDougall, who's been cooking plant-based for decades. Here's some specific recipes here. Here's some more recipes. You can just click on these if you're interested in any of these, and some of the actual recipes are listed here. So we're always adding to that a little bit at a time, but again, there's so many other resources that you can get lots of other recipes through, instead of, because you always have to worry about copywriting if you just copy people's recipes from websites. And so it's easier just to send you to their website where all the recipes are. And okay, so we got that. Now let's do videos section. So you might just click through these. There's some really interesting videos. Some of these go along with some of the classes we teach. So just kind of look through these, and there's some really great topics here, great videos. So check those out over time. There's even some ones from the American College of Lifestyle Medicine about the different pillars of lifestyle medicine here. You can check those out. And then let's see. Oh, and I kind of skipped over when I went to class archives. If you go back to class archives, I was showing you the most recent classes. There's some other older archive classes here. Nutrition and Medicine is a lecture series through the medical school, the osteopathic medical school in Lebanon and in California. You can watch some of those, some really good guest speakers there. And then we have even older classes that we recorded back in 2021. You can check those out as well if you want to go way back. We have a lot more variety of classes, the older ones, because these were back when we weren't meeting in person because of COVID. So we were having classes every week. And so we did a lot of detailed topics. And so if you aren't finding a topic that you specifically we're looking for in the most recent archives, which has over 200 lectures on them, you can go further back and see some of those there. So I wanted to revisit that real quick. And then we left off with videos, and then we already talked about subscribe to updates and newsletter, and then the contact us page. If you have questions, comments, you can post there. And so that's about it. I wanted to welcome you to the website. Hope it's useful, helpful for you, and whether you can come to our in-person classes and other community events, or if you're just a visitor to the website, you can watch the classes online, watch the recorded classes. We're hoping that there's a lot of variety of ways you can connect and get educated and be supported, and I hope it's helpful for you. Thank you very much.